All right, welcome. In this episode, we're going to cover how you can express that you would like to do something or you would like to have something in German. So the word that we're going to use here is möchten. Möchten is actually a form of another verb, mögen. Mögen means like. And möchten is basically would like, but we're going to just treat it as its own verb here, which makes more sense if you're a beginner. So let's go over just a few examples first so you have an idea what we're even talking about. So if you want to say something like, I would like a coffee, you would say, ich möchte einen Kaffee. Or if you want to say, I would like to go swimming, you would say, ich möchte schwimmen gehen. Schwimmen is swimming, gehen is go. So, ich möchte schwimmen gehen. So we can use it both with a noun, like if you want to have something, like you would like a coffee or you would like a dress or something like that. But you can also use it with any verb, like any word like to swim, to sleep, to go, something like that. Okay? So let's first look at möchten itself. So I'm going to say it in German. I would like, you would like, and so on. And I want you to repeat it. Ich möchte. So we're going to do it with translation one time. I would like, ich möchte. Ich möchte. You would like, du möchtest. Du möchtest. He would like, er möchte. Er möchte. She would like, sie möchte. Sie möchte. We would like, wir möchten. Wir möchten. You would like, in the plural, in German we have a different form for you in the plural. Ihr möchtet. Ihr möchtet. So you in the plural means you're talking to more than one person directly. And then they would like, sie möchten. Sie möchten. And this same form, sie möchten, is also used in the formal communication. So if you meet someone like a business partner, you would say Sie möchten. Oder if you ask, möchten Sie. Good. Quick break here. So if you're new here, Better German is a podcast and it's a learning ecosystem. We have courses, group sessions, one-on-one resources, everything you actually need to speak German, not just study it. And if you're wondering where you fit in, do you actually know what your real German level is? Not what certificate you have, not what you think, but where you actually stand today. I've built a short placement test that tells you exactly that. And here's the difference. I personally look at every result and I'll send you a real answer. Not an automated email. Me actually looking at your German. It's at bettergerman.info/test and it's also in the show notes. Takes about 10 minutes. Back to the episode. So I'm going to repeat that one more time, this time without translation, and you say it after me. You can pause and play this back. It is always a very good thing before you even go into practicing anything else. Just repeat the word until it is no longer difficult for you to say. I know that because this is a podcast, you don't get a direct feedback from me. Like, yes, you're saying it right. The way to handle that is just do it even more until you're very sure. And you can just play it again and say it. And then you will arrive there. Okay, good. So I'll say it, you repeat it. Ich möchte. Ich möchte. Du möchtest. Du möchtest. Er möchte. Er möchte. Sie möchte. Sie möchte. Wir möchten. Wir möchten. Ihr möchtet. Ihr möchtet. Sie möchten. Sie möchten. All right, and now we're going to do example sentences. So I'll say the sentence in English, and then I'll say the translation, and I want you to repeat the translation after me. English first. So, I would like coffee. Ich möchte Kaffee. I would like to sleep. Ich möchte schlafen. You would like tea. Du möchtest Tee. We're going to look at questions in a minute. Du möchtest Tee. You would like to shop. In German, we don't have to say go shopping. So you would like to go shopping. There is one word, it's called einkaufen. That's shopping. So, du möchtest einkaufen. Or you could say go shopping. Du möchtest einkaufen gehen. He would like a car. Er möchte ein Auto. We would like to swim. Wir möchten schwimmen. Wir möchten schwimmen. They would like to dance. Sie möchten tanzen. Sie möchten tanzen. And now we will do a few with question and answer. And that will also include the no, like the negation. A few sentences when you do not want that, basically. That's an interesting thing. So there is two different things we need when we say we don't want or we would not like something. So let's say first, I, you, he, she, we, they, whatever, would not like coffee or would not like tea or would not like a book or something like that. Then we have to use kein. And that is actually changing according to the der, die, and das. So if I say a table, and I would say I would not like a table, I would say ich möchte keinen Tisch. So for every word that is there, in this particular case and in many other cases, you would say ich möchte keinen. For anyone who has ever learned any German grammar, this is called accusative. This is a form that is used with most of the verbs. But if you have never heard that, then don't worry about it right now. But if you have ever read it, then you know, oh, that's this form. So we'll make a few examples with I would not like a thing. I would not like coffee. I would not like whatever. And we will first use things that are der. So der Tisch in German. If you have never heard of articles and you're not sure what we're talking about, there is an episode I made. It's episode 5 5, actually. So you can get it at bettergerman.info/5, and you start learning about those articles. Okay? So you can still just take the sentence and repeat it, and that's fine too. So, ich möchte keinen Tisch. I would not like a table. Ich möchte keinen Tisch. Ich möchte keinen Tisch. Or, for example, another word for the word appointment is der Termin. And if you say he would not like an appointment, möchte keinen Termin. Möchte keinen Termin. Or, for example, I'm just using random words, really. A curtain. We would not like a curtain for some reason. So, der Curtain ist der Vorhang. Wir möchten keinen Vorhang. We would not like a curtain. Wir möchten keinen Vorhang. Okay, let's look at a few words that are die. Like, for some reason, she would not like a vase. So, the vase is die Vase. Now, in these examples, we say keine. So, she would not like a vase. Sie möchte keine Vase. And keine is also what you use for plural. Any plural word. For example, if you want to say they don't want children, so children is die Kinder. Die Kinder. Sie möchten keine Kinder. Sie möchten keine Kinder. And then the last category would be if it's das. So for example, das Buch. Ich möchte kein Buch. Ich möchte kein Buch. Or the picture is das Bild. Möchte kein Bild. Or the house, das Haus. She doesn't want a house, basically. Sie möchte kein Haus. So in this case, möchte kein means that she doesn't want to have it. So you could probably, in English, you wouldn't necessarily say in this case she wouldn't like a house, but you could. Or she doesn't want a house. This idea is, sie möchte kein Haus. Okay, good. And then it is actually quite easy if instead of a noun, like das Haus, das Bild, these are nouns, we use a verb, a word like walk, eat, sleep. Then we just use the noun and we use nicht. So, she would not like to sleep. Sie möchte nicht schlafen. Sie möchte nicht schlafen. Or he would not like to go. Möchte nicht gehen. Möchte nicht gehen. Or they would not like to stay. To stay in German is bleiben. Sie möchten nicht bleiben. Okay, good. Now we're going to do one last category of sentences and we add some questions here. And I'm going to say questions and answers. So I'm just going to say it, you're going to repeat it, okay? Would you like to come? Möchtest du kommen? Yes, I would like to come. Ja, ich möchte kommen. Or, no, I would not like to come. Nein, ich möchte nicht kommen. Would you like coffee? Or would you like a coffee? Möchtest du einen Kaffee? Yes, I would like a coffee. Ja, ich möchte einen Kaffee. Or you could add please. Ja, bitte, ich möchte einen Kaffee. Yes, please, I would like a coffee. As in English, you could also add the please at the end. So you could also say, ich möchte einen Kaffee, bitte. Oder ja, ich möchte einen Kaffee, bitte. Or, nein, no, I would not like a coffee. Nein, ich möchte keinen Kaffee. Or if you want to say no thanks, nein, danke, ich möchte keinen Kaffee. Would she like to come? Möchte sie kommen? Yes, she would like to come. Ja, sie möchte kommen. Or, no, she wouldn't like to come. Nein, sie möchte nicht kommen. Would he like a cake? Möchte er eine Torte? Yes, he would like a cake. Ja, er möchte eine Torte. No, he would not like a cake. Er möchte keine Torte. Would they like to drive? Möchten sie fahren? Yes, they would like to drive. Ja, sie möchten fahren. No, they would not like to drive. Nein, sie möchten nicht fahren. And now let's do one more for the formal. That's the same form, but the answer will be yes or no, like I. So for example, would you, but in a formal way, would you like to eat? Möchten Sie essen? Möchten Sie essen? So möchten Sie essen could mean would you like to eat in a formal communication, or would they like to eat? It is usually clear from the context. If somebody speaks to you and asks you, and he speaks formally to you, then he would say, möchten Sie essen? So in the hotel, you come and you just checked in, and maybe the person, the concierge, asks you, möchten Sie etwas essen? Would you like to eat something? Etwas? Then he's talking to you. But if you're talking about someone else, they would also say, möchten Sie essen? So you would have to understand it from the context, and if not, then you have to ask. It's the same thing for us if it's not clear. But let's assume you were asked and you say, yes, I would like to eat. Ja, ich möchte essen. Or maybe you want to say, yes, I would like to eat something. Ja, ich möchte etwas essen. By the way, one of the reasons why we're doing this with questions and answers, if you just leave out the ja, you just have the normal sentence. And that would be, without asking, you say, I would like to eat something. Ich möchte etwas essen. You could, of course, say, I would like to eat something, please. Maybe you ask in the hotel. Ich möchte etwas essen, bitte. Good. Or you say, no, I would not like to eat something. Nein, ich möchte nichts essen. So, in this case we say nothing. Ich möchte nichts essen. Or you could say, ich möchte nicht etwas essen. I would not like to eat something. You could say that. Or you just say, ich möchte nicht essen. I would not like to eat. Ich möchte nicht essen. That's the simplest version in this case. Oder, no thank you. I would not like to eat. Nein, danke. Ich möchte nicht essen. Or, would he like to drive? Möchte er fahren? Ja, er möchte fahren. Yes, he would like to drive. Ja, er möchte fahren. Or, no, he would not like to drive. Nein, er möchte nicht fahren. So the normal rule, and that's the easy thing, you can just say nicht and then the verb. Okay. So what I encourage you to do is to maybe listen to the podcast again until it is easy for you to repeat the sentences. So listen to it again, say it after me until it is easy for you to say it after me. If you are a complete beginner and it seems a little confusing or difficult, I understand. In that case, I would suggest to you, not just for this episode, actually, in any case, if you're a beginner or even if you want to get the most out of this podcast, then go and start at the beginning of the podcast. Start with episode 1. I'm progressing similar to a course. And also, if you have any questions or you're unsure about something or you want to know something, there is a podcast community and you can find it at bettergerman.info/community and you can sign up for it there. There is a basic membership that is free. And then there is a VIP membership for €5 a month where you can get access to episodes earlier and you can also vote on future episodes and you get special episodes just for the VIP members. But the basic membership is for free, and in any case, you get access to quite a lot of PDFs that I have produced, and you can ask questions about the podcast. If you have general German questions, you're very welcome to ask them there. And maybe it will even become an episode. So I invite you to go there and to join. And it's also something that you could do to support the podcast, and it would actually help. So if you enjoy the podcast, definitely go there. Go to bettergerman.info/community and check it out. I'll talk to you soon and hope you tune in the next time. Bye-bye. Before you go, if you've been listening for a while and you're thinking, okay, I actually want to do something about my German, here is where to start. Go to bettergerman.info/test and take the placement test. It's short, it's free, and I'll personally look at what you sent me and tell you exactly where you stand and what makes sense for you next. Maybe that's one of my courses. Maybe it's something else entirely. I'll tell you honestly. Better German isn't just a podcast. It's a whole learning ecosystem. Courses, group sessions, one-on-one lessons, mini resources, but all starts with you knowing where you actually stand. And if you're enjoying the podcast, share it with someone who's trying to learn German. That's the best thing you can do for me and maybe for them too. The link is in the show notes, and see you in the next episode.